Welcome back. Um, Last 11 days before D-Day. Important thing around this time is to prioritize my health. Um, Make sure that I'm not doing anything reckless and putting myself in the best position to win. Making sure I'm getting to sleep early so I'm not picking up any um, excessive or unnecessary fatigue. Um, Keeping my body ready, but keeping my body healthy. We don't want to be developing any sicknesses in the next couple of days, especially before the show starts. Um, People seem to think just make sure you're not sick on opening night, which is sure, but I think potentially even more importantly, because I've been sick through performances in the past. However, I think what will be really detrimental is if I end up getting sick in the next couple of days during production week for these shows, um, during which is when we're doing tech rehearsals, we're doing costume rehearsals, and I don't want to be throwing people out of whack. And there's still changes to be made with these shows. They're still being developed and worked on. And as one of the core performers, it would be really, really bad of me and reckless of me to do anything that would jeopardize the health of and integrity of the crew and the show, um, since they're still being built. Um, Mentally, I was a bit frazzled today. I just think I had too many stimulants, to be honest. I had too many coffees. In combination with some pre-workout, I did spoil myself and go to the gym tonight, of which I did a back buys, some shoulders, and I was taken aback by my overall strength. I was on the lat pull down machine, was doing close grip, the one that goes like that way, pulling them in, that kind of handle. And I did that, and I normally sit around the 75 kilo range because I try to aim for about 12 reps. But for whatever reason tonight, I was doing 95 kilos, which is substantially more. That's a huge increase. That's above my body weight. That's like I'm having to anchor myself in now, otherwise I'm going to go flying. It's an awesome milestone to hit. But yeah, so suddenly, after being really fatigued on chest day the other day, doing back and buys and shoulders, I did a little bit of core. My strength was through the roof, which is amazing. I was doing one arm dumbbell curls as well, 17 and a half kilos with good form, and I was very excited for that. For sets of 12. My focus today was a bit frazzled. I did get work done. It just wasn't deep work. So I think I could have been more effective, but I still was productive, and I was happy with today's turnout. Obviously, I'm gonna wish that I had done more. Probably almost always, but I was quite happy with this one. Went to give blood this morning, plasma, and because I was on antibiotics, I didn't realize, it didn't kind of click in my head, so I went there, filled out a questionnaire, I went to give plasma, and they rejected me because I hadn't been off of antibiotics for a while. I'm still on them till tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day. Which sucks. So I got up early this morning, didn't get 8 hours sleep again, got just under 6, which is not great. So that's definitely, I joke about not getting enough sleep, and I do happen to keep showing up and getting less than 6, which is horrible. But I need to be diligent, and I need to rein that in, especially over this next week. Especially get as much sleep as I can. Whatever, if I can, anything like I've been watching like a 20-minute episode of something on Netflix. I was watching Castlevania. Great show. I really like it. I've been watching that an episode before bed. I don't need just cut that shit out and just go to bed. As soon as you're done for the day, just go to bed. Some people may disagree and think that that's too intensive, but I say that's what separates the 1%ers from the 99. Short-term sacrifices for long-term gains. I think if there happens to be any kind of person with a medical background, please fact check me on this. But my understanding is the testosterone levels of someone who gets 6 hours sleep a night compared to someone of the same age that gets 8 hours sleep a night exhibits testosterone. The 6 hour a night person exhibits testosterone levels of someone 10 years their senior. So I'm not hating on any 36-year-olds, but I'm 26, and 26-year-olds supposedly have a higher testosterone level, so it's probably not wise for me to be playing around with that. People talk about willpower, using willpower to drive, and I go, yes, willpower can take you beyond your limits, but that's to the detriment of your health. It's not without consequence. I've been figuring out I've been challenging myself on my coach called me out for not making acting the main thing, like I was going to the gym for 3 hours, etc. And it's true. Now, becoming a bodybuilder is not my goal at all. I don't want to do that. I want a good physique. I want a healthy, athletic physique. I want to be fit for purpose. But that's not my goal. So what does that come under? Why am I doing 3 hours of gym a day and then convincing myself that it is for acting? There is... this isn't a sob story because everyone has some form, but there is trauma in my past that at a very vulnerable age that I created like a survival mechanism, and I figured out who I need to be in order to survive. And that person that I need to be to survive isn't someone who has put acting first. So I needed to figure out, and I will be keeping this pretty vague in order to maintain a level of privacy. Now I know what I was doing. I figured out what I was doing, what I was putting first, and why I did it. And this sort of work isn't alien to me, as in studying acting, every fucking character you play has trauma. You are never, ever, ever, ever going to play a character that's just totally okay. It's not exciting to watch. You go to a theater show or you go and see a film and everything just goes the character's way and they have a great day. People go to see conflict. They go to see people under duress and face against obstacles and fighting against them. And it's literally called, there's a moment in filmic structure called the dark night of the soul, which is where just everything is crashing down on the character, and they don't know if they're going to survive. They don't know, and they have to find that critical flaw in them, that's something that they have to let go of in order to become who they need to be to succeed. That's kind of where I'm at moment, I think. I recognize who I need to be to succeed, but the question is, am I willing to let go of who I had to be to survive at a much younger, much more vulnerable age? In this case, for me, it was around 11 years old, 12 years old yeah. So me being 26 now, I have been playing that same role since that young age. And I'm now at a point in my life where I'm trying to do something and I find myself limited or limiting myself because I cannot achieve those dreams and those goals that I have set whilst maintaining being this person. I need to let them go in order to become that one. So that's what I'm doing. And I can talk the talk as much as I want, but the proof is in the pudding. And to those who are watching this video, we'll see in the coming weeks whether I have started undergoing that change. Now, it's not just going to be like suddenly shoot up, suddenly I'm that person. I'm going to let go of this, and there will be a period where I am very scared and I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on, because I've let go of who I have been since I was 11 or 12 years old, and suddenly I am nothing. And I'm gonna have to sit in that, because I could, and it's not like you let go of this, that's gone. That is still there, and that will be there for an incredibly long time. But I can choose not to be that, and I can be this person. And this is going to be scary, and it's going to be scary because it's going to be unfamiliar. And then I will still be able to see this version of myself. And the point is, I need to be able to sit in the uncomfortability of the uncertainty of it all long enough to find in that darkness who I need to become, without looking back at this and going, "Ooh, I think it's too much," and running back to what I have been. If I do that, that person I sincerely believe could be one of the greatest actors in the world. He has the potential. There's a lot of potential. It's just about letting go of this and who I've had to be. And I'm sure that's a pretty universal story. And I know a lot of people, they'll live their entire lives being this thing because they never dream big enough, they never dare. So they never find their limits. And that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in challenging myself and finding the limits of the human body and the spirit, and challenging them. Traveling to the edge of the world and then jumping off, seeing what happens, what's out there. And it's not for everyone. And I reiterate this, I can talk the talk, but my actions will tell. If I don't succeed, then you know I couldn't let this go. That's the baseline. That's the base of it. But I'm not going to give up. Alright. That is all for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the last countdown. The big 10 days. It's exciting. Alright. I'll catch you guys later.